Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, Crimson Vow is upon us, and for our very first deck on the channel, we're going with an Esper control deck created by our very own Brewmaster Will, and it is destroying everything that we are going up against. But before we get into that, if you'll do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's fast, it's free, but it means the world to me. Also, if by the end of the video you would do me a favor and not just comment and or rate the video, but do both. I guess each one are worth a point, but if you do both for us, we get 4 algorithm points, whatever that means. I don't know, but I know more people will see our videos, and we will grow the Brew crew. Okay, let's get into today's deck. Like I said, it is an Esper control deck, and there's not a whole lot of new cards in the deck. We're going to read the new ones when we get to them, but the only real new cards are a reprint, which is Hero's Downfall, this Hull Breaker, which we're going to talk about in a minute, that is amazing, but one of the main things that makes this deck work so consistently now, and it's so funny that all it takes is just one little card, and that is the Shattered Sanctum, giving us a dual land. Yes, at the first 2 come into play tap, we don't care, man. It just really helps fix the mana and makes this deck work. So first we're going to go into our removal or disruption package, if you will. So we have 4 copies of Fading Hope. Not only are we bouncing anything and getting to scry if it's small converted mana cost, but with all these really big and really powerful tokens out there, this is kind of a removal spell at the moment as well. Vanishing Verse is definitely one of the best removal cards in the game right now if you're in those colors. So we are running 4 of those. We have a 3 Divide by Zeros, which is getting us into our sideboard, which looks like 2 Environmental Sciences, 2 Teaching of the Archaics, 1 Necrotic Fumes, 1 Introduction to Annihilation, and 1 Mascot Exhibition. Then, to continue on with our removal, we have 2 copies of Hero's Downfall. Super simple card, 2 black, 1 colorless. It's an instant, destroy target creature or planeswalker. It gets the job done. We have 3 copies of Doomscar and 3 copies of Meathook Massacre. This card is just too good to not have in decks. It's so strong. I almost want to put in a 4th, but we're going to leave it at 3 for right now because the deck has just been running amazingly the way it is right now. Let's go ahead and drop that out of here. Then we're going to go into our, our utility package. It doesn't really have anything particular we're doing here, but we have 2 copies of Lithiform Blight, 1 black, 1 colorless, enchantment aura, enchant land. When Lithiform Blight enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted land loses all land types and abilities and has tap, add 1 colorless, and tap, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. This is in the deck for a couple of reasons. It kills creature lands. If your opponent's playing multiple colors and they only have 1 land out of a certain color and it's not a basic land, you put it on there, now they have to pay life to get their land. And also, this shuts down Book of Exalted Deeds and Faceless Haven combos, which you will see in the gameplay. Super strong card right now. 1 copy of Go Blank. We don't need more copies, and if you get it, you get it. It's amazing, and if you hit Lier later on, you get to do it again. And then we have 2 copies of the Solstice. Now, this is in here for a mana ramp, of course, and it's 1 mana of any color when we tap it. But a lot of times, I am getting a lot of value off of the very last paragraph. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life. You may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. I use that ability every single time it asks me, because even if I like my hand as it is, I'm going to draw, and then I'll just get rid of that card. Because what if that was a land or something like that? It's amazing. Late game, I'm flipping it from day to night or night to day on my turn so that I can do that ability. This is putting in a lot more work than I thought it was gonna. It's amazing in this deck. Then our draw cards in the deck, we have 2 copies of Behold the Multiverse and 2 copies of Memory Deluge. Now, I wanted to go 4 Memory Deluges. This Brewmaster Will designed the deck with 2 and 2, but I didn't switch it because I have found that there are times where you can foretell this, later on only need to pay 2, and so it's kind of nice to have the option in both. Then our creatures, we have 3 copies of Sedgemoor Witch. As you can tell, it does a lot of work. Other than the Meathook and the Solstice, I'm pretty sure, or in the Lithiform, everything else is triggering the Sedgemoor Witch. 2 copies of Lier. I mean, you want to talk about an overpowered creature. I love this creature, especially late game. You throw this when you have enough mana to protect it with either Divide by Zero, or you can bounce your own Lier with Fading Hope. It's such a strong card. And then, oh, wait till you see what it does in the gameplay. This card is absolutely bonkers. We have 1 Hullbreaker Horror. It's 2 blue, 5 colors for a Kraken Horror. I can't believe it's not legendary. It's a 7/8 with Flash. This spell can't be countered. Whenever you cast a spell, any spell, it doesn't matter what it is, choose up to 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So you're either bouncing a permanent to your owner's hand, or if you have this on the battlefield and you I don't know, let's say you shoot them or Fading Hope or anything, basically this becomes a divide by 0, other than you don't get the learn. So super strong, and you will see what I mean. Then as far as our land goes, we do have one Hall of Storm Giants and one Hive of the Eye Tyrant for mana sinks and to get around board wipes. We're running 2 plains, 2 islands, and 2 swamps. We could take those out of the deck and really clean up our multicolored lands, but if your opponent destroys your lands with Field of Ruins, you're going to want a way to get some value out of that. So that's why we ended up putting those in. And if you draw a plains and you need another plains and they do that, that's why there's 2 of each. To follow those up, we have 3 deserted beaches. We have 3 of the pathways on blue-white. We have 3 of the pathways on black-white. We have 3 of the new Shattered Sanctum. That's the slow lands, that, except it's the white-black version. Really helps clean up the deck like I was talking about in the beginning. We have 3 of the pathways on black-blue. And we have 3 Shipwrecked Marshes. So that's the deck. It plays like a control deck. You know, throw your creatures out when you feel safe, keep the board clear, just keep disrupting your opponent, getting their hand low, their board low, refilling your hand, start to get value with your Sedgemoor, your Lier, or your Hullbreaker. All 3 of these creatures are extremely, extremely powerful if left unattended to. So don't forget to stick around till the end of the video for the summary, and without further ado, let's go ahead now and get into some gameplay. Ether, 1, 2, 5. Ether, Ether, potato. Opponent goes first. We got 3 lands, 2 blue-white pathways, and a Hive. So we have all the colors we need. Solstice, Doomscar, Behold, and a Sedgemoor Witch. Let's go ahead and hold on to that. Okay, black for the opponent. Let's get that Hive of the Eye Tyrant out there. Nola Priest. Okay, they're going to smack us around a little. We're going to go ahead and... I feel like they're going to have a bunch of creatures if they're playing a Null Priest. So let's get the Doomscar on deck. Unless they want just the Menace Lifelink part. Otherwise, oh, yeah, well, there's creatures. There's some creatures. Can't cast this for another 2 turns, because these both have to go on white. So we're going to take a little bit of a smack down here. We already know we're going to Doomscar. So, I think I just put out the Solstice. Get ahead on mana. Now this can be blue if I want it to. Eye Twitch is good. Get a little haste. Come on in for a bunch. I wish they'd throw another creature. So let's go ahead and throw you on... What do I need here? I think I want double blue. I know I have the Solstice, but we're going to go ahead and Doomscar. Take care of all that. Behold, Foretell. Land off the top would be nice, because then I could Sedgemoor Witch and divide whatever they throw. Or just hold on to divide. They're short on mana, so they're going to go with the Environmental Sciences to grab a land, drop a land, and then either play a creature or just hold up removal. Okay, we got our other land. So we go ahead and we throw the Sedgemoor Witch. We're kind of in like the driver's seat for this deck at the moment. And if they don't do anything, we get to Behold the Multiverse. I mean, I like where we're sitting. Okay, they've got the land now, so they had to get this to get land, and then they drew land. Feed the Swarm. Let them pay the 3 first. And then we'll divide that. Get a 1/1. They can redo it. They have the mana, but they have to pay another 3 life. What do we got here? How many cards do they have in their hand? A whole bunch. So let's grab Teaching. So they'll probably do it again, and that's fine. But it got me some card draw, and it took their whole turn. Ooh, nice. So we have a bunch of blue, 1 black. Let's put this on white. Let's go ahead and teach. Go ahead and attack for 1 in the turn. Double lands is not what I wanted. I'm hoping to Behold, but luckily we've got the divides. I mean, at this point, I think we just let them have it. Let's divide that. And let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8. We have all the land we need. I think maybe we go... Have they been showing any kind of a board wipe? They haven't, and they play creatures, so I think they're only single target. And And we're getting to where we're not going to be able to outdraw them. I don't know. I think I'm going mascot this turn. I have a whole nother divide. More lands, huh? So let's throw out that. We already know they're going to play that. Whenever opponent casts a spell, that player gets a blood token. So we can bounce that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I behold and I don't mascot this turn, holding up the divide by 0 again. So let's just go ahead and get in by 1. Get in for 1. End the turn. It's nighttime. Let's go ahead and... No, let's behold. Vanishing Verse and Lier. I would like both of those, please. And then let's go ahead and I want to divide that because we're going to be using those all again with the air in just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. We have all the lands we need. I think I go with Teachings. I have a lot of cards in my hand again. Let's go with a Necrotic Fume since we have the S token. And this might be where our opponent concedes the game. Let's just end the turn. There's no point doing anything else. Good game. Elevator. And we go first. We have 4 lands. Divide by 0. Memory Divulge. Memory Deluge. Enemy Hook Massacre. We'll keep this. We might as well lead with the Shipwrecked Marsh, and then we can put this on white, and it gives us it gives us all of our colors by turn 2. We don't really need white at the moment, but sets us up. Castle. This is the... I love that new one, Castle Dracula. Pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color spent only to cast vampire spells, create a blood token. Yeah, that's what I thought. So let's go ahead and put this out on white, and then let's lithoform a blight that. Shut it down. Okay, they throw their pathway on black, pass the turn. So we can throw, it doesn't really matter what we throw here. Let's throw out the Shipwrecked Marsh into the Solstice. Pass the turn. We have Divide by 0 if they throw something too crazy. We have Meat Hook Massacre if need be. Can't block. Whenever a bear deals combat damage to a player, create a blood token. Sacrifice 2 blood tokens. Return this from the graveyard to the battlefield. So we'll throw out the other dually land we have here. Trying to figure out the best play here. 1, 2, 1. I mean, I can kill this. Is it worth... Because if they give me a sacrifice 2 blood tokens, return from your graveyard to the battlefield, so they can bring this back later. Do I want a Memory Deluge here, or do I want to start getting a Sedgemoor Witch on board? Maybe I Sedgemoor next turn, holding up the Deluge for this turn and the Divide by 0. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take the action. Another Meat Hook. Oof. Everything else I kind of have to have, so we'll ditch the Meat Hook. Ooh, I didn't like doing that. Okay, so we got Florian now. I'm going to kill that next turn, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that dies no matter what. So, unfortunately, we are going to take a hit here, and they are going to get a blood token on us. And they are going to get some advantages here. Yep. Yep. Nice. Can't you only play it this turn and they already played a land? Oops. Memory Deluge. Well, another... Oh, man. The Hull Breaker's kind of far away. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 with this, 6 with this. It's not that far away at all. We have a Sedgemoor Witch. I think we grab the land and the Hull Breaker. Throw out the land. I think I just Meat Hook here for 3. Seems like the play. That's what's holding up. Okay. I would like my life back, please. They don't have 2 blood tokens, so they can't do that yet. Okay, Televator. When this enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, and then they're gonna sacrifice both of those to bring that back. Okay. Oh wait, what do you do? Enters the battlefield. Jeez. Oh, and they're gonna okay, so they refilled their board. I'm pretty sure they have removal. So let's take the action. It's a Hall of the Storm Giants. What am I doing this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I throw that and I flash that out, I can't use the Hall. I think I ditched the Divide because I'll have the Lier eventually. Get another land. I throw out the land. So they have to attack with that first so that I don't get... I mean, they can only do -1/-1 right now. To this, I think I try to get the crab on deck. I think I take this hit and I try to get the crab on deck. They're going to get this to happen again, which is a problem. We're going to take the action again. And we'll... I want this Hall of the Storm Giants bad, but I think I ditched the Solstice. I was about to ditch that. They just took 3 damage. What? In flying haste, when Olivia Bride attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, tap to attack any games whenever you control it. Wow. Okay, well, nothing I can do about that. Yep. So that... Let's go ahead and flash that in. And let's go ahead and... Battlefield. Let's see. I think I have to kill the Florin. Can I don't know how to get rid of Olivia. She's bad. So let's throw out this land. Wait. Do I need the Hall of the Storm Giants now or later? I think I have to throw out the Lier. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I'm gonna bounce Olivia, and we're going to divide her. Throw out this, and the turn. I can't attack. No attacks. And the turn. I need them to spend their whole turn on her. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can't cast that. So we have to... I mean, we're going to lose the divide by 0 anyways. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. Return target non-land permanent. Don't want to let them create a token. Don't want to... So I guess I bounced the 3/1 flyer. And we grab... Their hand is all these... Let's grab Teachings. They can recast it, but that's their turn now. So, I'm okay with that. They might sacrifice, discard, draw. Let's see. We were already going to lose that divide by 0. That's the main reason I did that. Enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, it shares that type. So, did they do creature? Okay. I mean, I don't have a lot of... I guess I do have a creature right here, but... Take the action. Ooh, a Fading Hope, huh? Let's get rid of... Pathway. Vanishing. Okay, that's big. So we'll throw the Hall of the Storm Giants. We'll throw the Sedgemoor Witch. Let's return. I guess I'll return that to their hand and... Oh, I thought, duh. It was already on the... It goes on the stack for... Yeah. So we'll get that out. And then... Let's Fading Hope the Harvester. And return that to their hand. Create that token. Let's keep the Sedgemoor Witch on top. Let's go ahead and swing in for 7. Let's draw cards. Let's return... Oh, maybe I should have did the Form Blight. Let's return that. That was amazing. That was so amazing. This whole Breacher horror. Oh, Spikefield Hazardous for 1. Is this a give up? Are we conceding? Spikefield for 1. Are we quitting? Here comes the Harvester. Another token. Vampire Socialite. Oh, that's why they Spikefield Hazarded us. Okay. Okay. So, another land. We'll throw it out on blue. We have tons of white. Let's throw another Sedgemoor Witch. Let's return the 4/3. This is so gross. I mean, let's go ahead and destroy that. Let's bounce this. Good game. Oh. A good game. The whole breaker, man. Wow. What do we got? Trotcher? Trotcher. Opponent. They go first. We got 3 lands, a Sanctum, a Pathway on blue-black, and a Swamp. So I like our colors. Vanishing Verse, Behold, Lier, and Lithoform. So I like it. Let's lead with the Shattered Sanctum. Then I could put this on blue, and we have all of our colors on turn 2. Foretell a card. Put this on blue, and let's, I could shut down their blue with the Lithoform. But what are they going to... I think it's more important to get this on the Behold Foretold. The Behold Foretold. Or maybe the Lithoform Blight would have been better. So... What a funny thing I'm going to be doing here. We're going to go ahead and just Vanishing Verse their birdie so they don't get anything out of this. Other than they're going to get a card from outside the game in a second. I just don't think they're playing a bunch of creatures. Search for Glory. So they're playing a Lockdown deck. That's exactly the card I thought they were going to grab. Well, we have Lithoform Blight, right? Pretty sure that shuts down what they're going to be doing. So we're fine. We'll go ahead and just throw out the Shattered Sanctum. And then we'll put the Behold into Foretell. And now we have both of those into Foretell. We end the turn. They're going to grab a card from outside the game. Is that where your Faceless Haven is? Put it on top of their deck. There's their Faceless Haven. It's fine. We'll Behold. Doesn't matter when we do this. Vanishing Verse. Memory Deluge. I will take both. We have a lot of answers to this book. Okay, let's throw this out. Let's Meat Hook for 1. Kill the bird. No value again. And then we're holding up the Vanishing Verse. And the Lithoform. Hopefully they throw the Verse this turn. So that resolves. So we'll try to kill it, and if they have a counterspell, that's fine, because we have, like I said, we have the Lithoform Blight. Aha, Test of Talents. I think we'll be doing the Lithoform now. The book just sits out there, so if they gain life, that's problematic for us. But they're almost out of cards, and then they can't fire, they can't, like, it loses all abilities and land types. So it won't be able to become that anymore. So let's just go ahead and throw that on the Faceless Haven now. Maybe I should have saved it for, because if they have another Faceless Haven, that's bad. Let's go blank them now. What did I get rid of? Raven's Warning. That Vanishing Verse Test of Talents was nice. Nice. Okay, so we have a lot of black. We have a lot of white. I think black is probably a little more. We'll throw that on black. If we throw the Lier, they just kill it probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, +2. I think I put this in a Foretell, hold up the Memory Deluge, and pass the turn. I could have also Memory Deluged and be held, but Memory Deluge from the opponent. Let's go ahead and do ours while they're tapped out. Oh my god. This is horrible. I guess we'll take the Marsh and the Fading Hope. Mordekainen. Hopefully they make a doggy because of these fadings.
To maintain balance,
Yeah.
apparently I can create your doom in dog form.
Okay, so we'll throw out the Marsh. We'll throw out the Sedgemoor Witch. We'll fade out that there doggy. No more. I need other stuff that's not land at the moment. We're holding up the Fading Hope and or the Behold, so I think we're just done. They can make another dog. Doomscar. This has Menace. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce the Witch. Another Deluge. I'll keep it. I wonder if they have a counter spell.
I would run if I were you.
What are the odds it's a counter spell? Let's see. Solstice and a Meat Hook. I have a Doomscar. The Solstice is going to help us get through our deck. Let's keep that on top. Oh, that is amazing. Put that out on blue, pass a turn. They might have to spend their whole turn on this. They're going to start plussing this. Wow.
The entire multiverse is my library.
Oh. So let's throw this out. That's only a sorcery, hey? So let's Memory Deluge. Lier. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need Lier plus land. So I throw this out. Oh, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already threw a land this turn? No. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Because I could have bounced the Faceless when they went to make it a Faceless Haven. Are they short one Snowland? No, they're not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That fires that up. Yeah, no, they're not. I don't know. I'm going to throw the Lier. Memory Deluge from the opponent. I mean, we have another Lithoform Blight in the deck. We will have to find it. We have Memory Deluges. Okay. I really, really, really wish I could put that out on blue. Like, really, really wish. Okay, well. Got us. They got us. One of the cards is a Fateful Absence. Okay. Yep. Yep. I should have saved the Lithoform, but that's okay. Yep. Create a dog.
Heal.
Heal. Oh, the top decks. Let's see if they have the counter spell. Let's throw out the Sedgemoor Witch. I'm sure they have it, but... Oh, we got it. Let's throw this out on blue. I want a lot of blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't cast the Solstice. I mean, I can't cast a Memory Deluge this turn anyways. So we'll go ahead and do the Solstice. And we'll end the turn. They do have a 6/6 doggy. Maybe I'll Doomscar. Yep, plus that resolves.
Leave me be. I'm reading.
I need to get an answer to another combo. They need 2 pieces, right? So, at the moment, we're probably going to have to take this 8 points of damage smack into our face. There's nothing they could do to stop this anyways unless they have removal. We're going to kill this Mordekainen. Ouch! Skyclave Apturations. That's fine. Nothing I can really do about it. Let's go ahead and activate this, draw a card. So Mordekainen is not going to die right away. Card into Foretell. Let's throw that out. Let's Doomscar. Memory Deluge. So I would like a Sedgemoor Witch and a Hero's Downfall.
Maintaining balance requires insight.
Ah! Yep, there comes the 6. Counter spells. Let's take the action. Another one. Let's get rid of a swamp. Get a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Let's see if they'll let us have a Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, that resolves. See if they'll let us have a Sedgemoor Witch. That resolves. Let's see if they'll let us have a Hero's Downfall. That kind of resolved.
Your foolishness has ruined the balance.
So, I think I put out the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. And end the turn. We should gain a life. Take action. Yes, let's get rid of the island. Island. Swinging with both. We'll block the 4/4. Take 2. Oh, wow. What are they just... They get nothing, right? Yeah, I did nothing. They don't have more cards live. Oops. Let's draw a card. Oh my goodness. So we'll throw the beach. I think I have the memory to lose here. Divide by 0. Meat hook. Ooh, meat hook massacre, right? Meat hook for sure, and a hole breacher. Let's meat hook for 2 right now. They didn't have a counter spell there because it didn't go off. So these are legendary. So we'll end the turn, and then I'll have this next turn. Sunset Revelry, so they get some creatures and a card. Let's go ahead and throw this. I'm going to go ahead and just Doom Scar. I should have attacked first, that was kind of dumb. Next, and the turn. I'll flash this in at the end of their turn. It can't be countered, so that resolves. Here we go. Oh, that's not against. Let's throw the... Yes, I want to throw the Solstice. Let's return that to their hand. Let's keep that one. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and switch day to night, night to day. Take action. We'll get rid of... I don't know why I would want the Doomscar at this point. I need this as my win con. And let's go ahead and swing in. Let's get rid of their... I don't know if it matters. A Mordekainen. Take him down to 7. And let's hold this in our hand as a little bluffy bluff. Okay, let's go ahead and turn day to night, night to day. I think it's just over, right? Take action. Get rid of a land. And let's swing in with just the 7-8. Just in case there's something I don't know about. We'll hold that up. Oh! What a game! Good game. Good game. Okay, Brew Crew, that is going to do it for the Esper control deck, and this deck is performing so much better than I thought. I actually think this is a tier 1.5 deck that could be tuned into a tier 2 deck. It is very strong, at least, I mean, it's day 1, so who knows. Quick couple of changes. First off, in the sideboard, I never felt like I needed a second environmental sciences. I definitely felt like I needed a double in teaching of archaics. So we are going to drop 1 environmental science, and I am going to add... 1 academic probation, and the reason I am adding this card in is to try to have a way to deal with Alan's Epiphany. So if we get a divide by 0 early enough in the game, we know we're playing that kind of deck, we grab this, and before they go into turn 6 or 7, if we're trying to just stall them for a turn while we try to set up a Lier, while we try to set up a any kind of disruption that will stop their game plan, we can do that by grabbing this card, calling Alan's Epiphany, and they have a whole turn they can't do it. So, but make sure you save that card for when you think they're going to be pulling the trigger on you. Other than that, in the main deck, I am going to drop Vanishing Verse by 1 to add 1 more Hullbreaker Horror. It's too strong. It is amazing. We have ways to dig really deep with Memory Deluge and Behold the Multiverse, so we can get there. The only other change I would do to the deck, everything you see is 3 or 2s now. I'm not going to a 3rd Fading Hope. It's too strong in the current meta. I could see dropping 1 Doomscar for another Meat Hook, but for the moment, it's working fine how it is. This right here, this Hero's Downfall, you could play around with this and make it any removal you want. I like the fact that it's 3 and destroys a creature or planeswalker. And the other thing you could kind of mess around with is mess with the numbers here. I would take out Beholds and add Memories, not the other way. But this is how I'm going to keep running the deck for the moment. It just seems super strong. I'm going to go over what I think is safe to craft and not to craft. But keep in mind, there are, the season just started, so some of these things might not be 100%. So, buyer beware when you go ahead and do that. Uncommons and commons we're not going to talk about. Vanishing Verse, I think, is still completely an amazing card and super strong. Go ahead and craft that. That's safe in my opinion. Doomscars, I don't see why not. It's a board wipe and it's super strong. Meat Hook Massacre, I'm only playing 3 in the deck. Craft 4. Craft 4 and just get it out of the way. It's one of the best cards in the format in my opinion. The Solstice. It's not a bad card. If you don't own them, maybe you don't want to spend your wild cards right now on that. It is a very specific... it goes in a very specific kind of deck. So, you know, up to you on that one. If you have a ton of wild cards, go ahead. Otherwise, be careful with the Solstice. Memory Deluge, this deck only runs 2. I say craft 4, especially if you ever play blue. I think that's one of the strongest draw cards in the game for different reasons. I might, like I said, be cutting the Beholds, but right now they're doing plenty fine. If I ever find a position where I'm not really foretelling these a lot and getting any value, then I'll definitely be putting more of these in. Sedgemoor Witch is a super strong card, but it is specific to certain kind of decks. So I do think if you like the kind of deck she goes in, she is a safe craft. I think Lier is amazing. Definitely craft 2. And this is the one I was talking about when I said, you know, it's a brand new season. Who knows? I think this card is going to be absolutely meta in a lot of control decks. I think this card is bonkers. I think that crafting 2 of those is completely safe. And then if you watch the channel enough, you know what I'm going to say here. If you don't, craft all the lands you want that are rare or mythic, because they go in every deck. So it's a safe craft. Sideboard wise, I always think it's safe to have at least one of any rare or mythic that is a lesson card. I think it's safe to have 2 teachings. I've been putting 2 teachings in any deck that I'm putting 1 in. And the mascot, of course, is completely safe to craft, in my opinion. I would have said craft 2 of these in the past. 1 now. 1 now is all you need. So that's the deck. I appreciate you for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Like I asked in the beginning, would you please not just comment and or rate, but do both, please? Because I guess we get, like I said, more algorithm points. Hit that subscribe button because it's fast, it's free, but it really means the world to me. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.